Hello, Big Two. Hello, friends. Welcome to Lizziefaye Loves Books. It is time again to announce the Serious About series prompts for next year. This will be our third year in 2023 that we have done Serious About series and the challenge that involves reading series books and focusing in on what series you want to finish, make progress in, or even start. I started this challenge in 2021, and it caught on especially well with the Killing Time with Cozy's group, which is appropriate because cozy mystery books are almost all series books. It's pretty rare to find a cozy mystery that is not linked with several other books, at least two more. Most series have at least three when it comes to cozy mysteries, but this challenge is not limited to cozy mysteries. You can read any type of series book and still consider yourself a participant in Series About series. It's just so happened that all of you guys watching from the Killing Time with Cozy's group have really embraced this challenge and started talking early in the year of 2022 about what we're going to do for next year. Now, I may have started that myself when I announced the 2022 challenges, because I think I said at the time, and then in 2023 maybe we'll do trilogies and something with threes, and I'm still doing that. But meanwhile, people have asked, are we going to read 23 trilogies? And the answer to that is if you want to, but I'm personally not. So I came up with a list of 3 different prompts that you can put as many series or as few series on your SAS list as you want. You could just do 1 series for each prompt, or you could do 3 series for each prompt, or you could do 23 series for each prompt. I don't care. It's whatever you want to do to meet your goals. Now, I'm going to suggest that you try to keep it simple and not overwhelm yourself. Now, if you're an overachiever and you want to do 23 series per list, you go right ahead. But for me personally, I am going to try to narrow it down, because that was really the whole idea of why I started this to begin with. Because I have so many series that I want to read, I needed to figure out a way to focus and bring it down and get serious about finishing some of the series that I was in the middle of. And I have really done a great, not to toot my own horn, but I've done a great job of that over the last couple of years. And I have finished so many series. And because I'm so series oriented, I have started and finished several series. And so I've kind of almost tried to make that part of my goals. If I'm going to start some new series, try to make sure that I finish some within the year, so that I'm not carrying over a bunch more started series into the next year. And as a result, it makes me more hesitant to start new series. But as I am finishing more and more, I'm going to start more, because I'm going to keep reading series books. So I've incorporated a little of all of that into the 2023 challenges. So the theme is going to be threes. And if that translates into trilogies for you, so be it. But just hear me out. I have 3 prompts, and you can, like I said, you can do all 3 prompts. You could just pick 1 series for each, or you could make a list for each prompt. Or you could do maybe 1 series for each prompt once every 3 months, or quarterly, or whatever. So it's wide open, however you want to do it. Or you don't have to do these prompts at all. If you just want to keep making your list of series, you could make a list of 23 series and work to finish those or make progress on those. Whatever you want to do. So here are the 3 prompts that I came up with in July that I shared with the Killing Time with Cozy's group. It was, in case you want to go back, I already kind of sent some of y'all on a goose chase, not a wild goose chase, because they're there. But in the chat on Saturday, I believe it was Saturday, July 18th. It was either June or July 18th. Now I can't see it because I've already, June 18th. Okay, Saturday, June 18th. I was not in the live at that on that date, but somebody brought up the subject of next year. I mean, this is July, and somebody's already talking about 2023. It must have been Melmac. Anyway, I really don't know who it was. I'm just saying that because we always tease her about being so organized into, like, 5 years from now. But I just was thinking, okay, we need to have some prompts to narrow it down a little bit, because it would get kind of boring and a little bit less doable if we just keep increasing our list size every year. So I typed these up and I put them in the chat, and then I took a screenshot because I would not remember them if I didn't. I wouldn't even remember what date it was on. So this screenshot is in my files on my phone, and that's how I'm able to go back and find it and know I know what the date was that we talked about this. So here they are. And again, make them your own. So prompt number 1 is trilogies, because we did talk about the fact that 2023 is a good time to work on trilogies, but you don't need to finish a bunch of trilogies. Okay, well, here, let me just read you what I wrote. Trilogies you want to start, trilogies you want to finish, or trilogies you want to read from start to finish. Now, the whole start to finish thing is going to come back into play in the third prompt, but for right now, let's just talk about trilogies. So if you want to look at your TBR, look at what you've read, look at what you're currently reading and all of that, and I would just challenge you to make a list of all the trilogies that you have started that you need to finish, and pick from there. Maybe pick 3 of them or 4 of them. You could read, 1 a quarter. I personally have 3 middle grade series that I am going to be working to finish this year, because in 2020, I believe it was, one of my challenges for that year was 12 middle grade trilogies that I had read the first one of that I wanted to finish. So here it is, end of 2022 almost, and I still have 3 of those that I did not read. So my goal, it just so happens that there's 3 of them, but that is going to be my trilogies goal, is to read books 2 and 3 of those 3 trilogies. But I would encourage you, if you have some trilogies you want to start, go ahead and finish them. And, it's just 3 books, so that way you don't start one and then have it languishing on your TBR, and, years from now you think, oh, I never finished that trilogy, now I'm going to have to read the first one again. Just go ahead and read all 3 of them and see how that goes. Okay, so then the next prompt is to read series that you only have 3 books left in, or even 3 or less books. If you've got a series and you only have 3, 2, or 1 book left, what are you waiting for? Just finish that series. Check it off your list and be done. Now, I know sometimes we're hesitant because maybe it's a series that we just love and it's finished. We don't think the author's going to write anymore. And it's like, oh, I want to savor it. You can always reread them, really. Go ahead and finish it and, and move on, or move back and reread them, or whatever you want to do. So I want to encourage you, if you just have 3, 2, or 1 book left in any series, make that your goal to get serious about finishing those series. Even if it's still being written, I think it's great to stay caught up. I have several series that I have, Cozy Mystery series especially, that I have been staying caught up with. And that way, when the new one comes out, I can really look forward to reading it, knowing that I am ready for it. I have caught up, and there's a good feeling about that. And then the last prompt is to look at all your series that you're in the middle of. Maybe you've started and it's like a 50-book series. Set a goal to read at least 3 books in that series. Start where you are and read 3 books. It's as simple as that. You could say, okay, I'm going to take 3 months and I'm going to read 1 a month, or you could just read them all in 1 month and be done and move on, or you could read 1 every 4 months. However you want to do it, just stretch it out or binge it, whatever you want to do, but make it your goal. If you pick up a book that's in a series and you say, I'm going to read this right now, think to yourself, okay, but if I read this book, I got to read the next 2 after it. It's just a little challenge. You, of course, don't have to. I'm not going to police. I'm not going to police you. I'm not going to say, you didn't read your other book. No. But it's a challenge. I like to challenge myself. I'm not a mood reader. Now, if you're a mood reader, some of these challenges are going to be hard. And don't even do them if you're a mood reader, really, unless you just want to. But I'm so task-oriented that things like this help me to stay on task. If now I don't want to say I never read anything because I'm in the mood to. I do sometimes. It's pretty rare, but I do. And I'm always willing to do that. Well, not always. Sometimes I'm so zoomed in on a goal that I'm going to finish it no matter what. But if you are a mood reader, then make yourself a list of books or series to choose from. And then you're still making progress towards some goals. You could try that. That's it. Those are the 3 prompts for Serious About Series for 2023. Now, all that being said, if you have a list of series that you're working from and you don't want to mess with prompts, you do exactly what you want to do. If you're reading any series books at all, you can still consider yourself a participant in Serious About Series, or SAS, as the Killing Time with Cozies group call it, and just enjoy whatever you're reading. And if you've set a goal to finish all these series and you get started in a series and you're just not enjoying it, take it off your list. Don't worry about finishing it if you don't want to finish it. Now, this is the pot calling the kettle black, because I am a finisher, and sometimes I've been known to finish series that I'm not enjoying just for the sake of finishing them. Do that if you want to, and y'all don't yell at me for doing it if that's what I want to do. Whatever makes you happy, and that's what makes me happy. But anyway, whatever you want to do. So you asked for it, you got it. Here are 3 prompts for 2023, and make them what you will. Put as many on the list as you want. If you want to carry the 3 theme a little further, you could pick 3 series for each list. You could do it in multiples of 3, or numbers that end in 3, like 3 on your list, or 13, or 23, or whatever. Just have fun. So another way you could perpetuate the 3 theme is to break your series lists up into 3 categories, say 3 genres, or however you want to do it. For example, I usually break mine up into 3 categories. I have a list of cozy mysteries that I either want to finish or catch up with. I also have a list of middle grade series that I want to finish or catch up with. And then pretty much everything else goes in the last category. It tends to be either Christian fiction or women's fiction, but it can be anything. And so if you look at your lists, and if you could kind of break them up into some different categories, if that sort of helps you to focus and just be more organized with your reading, then by all means. So I was editing this video and I thought of another prompt, and I'm going to just call this one a bonus prompt. So pardon me for jumping in here. We'll get back to the part I already filmed in just a second. But the reason I'm throwing this in is because this is something that I increasingly, as the years go by, have been trying to incorporate into my reading more, and that is to finish what I start. So I want to encourage you to, because we're doing 3s, pick 3 series that you want to start. I know Tiffany from the Beach Bum Bookworm was talking about a big long list of series she wants to start. So Tiffany, pick 3 of those series and say, I'm going to read these start to finish, all in the same year. And I'm encouraging all of you to do that. If you have some series you want to start, maybe not the 50 book series that's on your TBR, read 3 of those. But just as a side bonus, any series that's longer than 3 books, because you're already doing this with the first prompt. So for the bonus prompt, if you've got a series on your TBR that you haven't started, and let's say it's 5 books long, or even 4, just say, okay, I'm going to pick 3 of those series, and not only am I going to start it in 2023, I'm going to finish it. It can be on audio, it can be in print, ebook, whatever, but that's the bonus challenge. So now back to the sign off. So if you want to make a video about SAS and what books you have put on your Serious About Series list for 2023, I would love that. If you want to do a wrap-up video and talk about the series that you have finished or caught up with in 2022 and what's still on your list, maybe what you read, what you didn't get read, what you're carrying over, all of that would make fantastic videos, and I would love to watch those. So let me know if you plan to make a video or if you have already done so, and let's just chat in the comments about what we're reading. I do plan to do a TBR video for 2023 and talk about the series that are on my list for the coming year. It's not quite finalized yet, but it will be soon, hopefully. I love to make lists. I love to plan and make goals. So if you do as well, then this is the perfect challenge for you. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day. Read a good book, and God bless you.